Today I'm happy to through Hyderabad TV because it is an important eventful day for us. We have been part of the major event which is focusing on left main interventions, especially in cardiology and angioplasty. This is going to be a different kind of workshop showcasing how to handle the difficult interventions in left main artery, and also to advance the skills of the cardiologists who are already leading in the city and around. Has been joined by international specialists. So we are lucky to have two visiting interventional cardiologists today with us, and they are doing a procedure right now in our cath lab, which is state-of-the-art Toshiba cath lab, and being live transmitted to hundreds of cardiologists practicing around Andhra Pradesh and also rest of India. So the main intention behind being part of this event is to showcase preparedness and effectiveness in terms of our infrastructure, abilities of our doctors, and also to enhance the outcomes in patient related treatments. So always the heart and stents and angioplasty has been in advance, which is happening in India more and more last 10 years compared to the previous decade. So now we are also part of the team, and then we have excellent team of doctors to operate on the machines and then to give the best of the care what is available outside India to our patients. So other than that, I would like to say that being part of this kind of a program and exploring the technology and also advancing our skills, we would like to come up with multiple things, whichever is going to ultimately help the patients in reducing their problems or the sickness or budget, at the same time keeping the costs in mind. And that is our motto, to provide this in the group, and we are happy that today is the first time happening in our hospital. Very clear difference between a corporate hospital and a commercial hospital. So let me mark a clear difference between the two. When we say corporate, there should be a professionalism, there should be some kind of a standards and the benchmarks in terms of the equipment, in terms of the doctors performing on the procedure, the way we receive the patient, interact with the patient, the way the patient gets treated or goes home is all critical part of it. This is all our focus. So the money is not in the front end of the care where the doctor takes care of the patient. So that is where we clearly outline the difference with other commercial, so-called commercial hospitals. So we'd like to benchmark those areas which are around that process and bring in the technology to enhance the effectiveness of the doctor and also to improve the care to patients. So that way we are affecting at the two sides. One is at the cost level and the second one is at the outcome level. And that's a basic difference what I'm talking about Lazarus, what we do here compared to other hospitals. Yeah, so Lazarus Hospital right now we have a very clear strategy to focus mainly on the tertiary care. Tertiary care again, 2 or 3 focused areas where we concentrate. So we are one of the 5 multi-specialty hospitals with cancer care. As the cancer is increasing every day, and very soon, maybe in 4 or 5 years, cancer is going to be much more common than heart disease. We already have one person in our family suffering from cancer. And the advancement in technology, the patients suffering with the cancer, most of the cancers I would say are near normal treatment level, which is just impossible about 20 years ago. So that's a better life, better survival and disease free on the cancer. So where we have invested heavily 50% of our total outlay. And also our staffing has been on surgical, medical, radiation, which are three key important specialties. And the second main focus we have is the heart. So when we say heart, it's not just everything, but we would like to enhance the effectiveness in angioplasty, because this is the one which saves the patient, and also, to be specific, the muscle which gets affected soon after the heart attack or a kind of an event heart attack, effectiveness, and bring down, minimize the damage what causes onto the heart muscle, thereby give the normal as possible back to patient. That's our focus. And the third focus we have is the kidney and lungs, and then the joints or the orthopedics, because as our traffics increase, the trauma is going to be continuous, and how effectively we bring them on, give a better life, quicker back to economic life of an individual. At the same time, cost should not escalate what it is right now. We have about 140 beds right now operating. We have another 50-60 beds getting ready. Probably in another 4-5 months time, we'll get to get those beds into operations. And we have full-time staffers of 30 doctors right now, and a total staff of around 150 in this unit working now. From here, we take it to the next level and serve the population. And we are more a middle segment. When I say middle segment, like a middle of the pyramid, it's not like a top of the pyramid. We serve the middle class maximum, and we serve the Aarogyasri Trust and the people with the Aarogyasri cards, and provide all the services, whatever we can have, to a wide spectrum of the say something. Robotic technology is a fancy at this point of time. When we can do functionally as a person, as a surgeon or as a physician effectively, there's no point right now to increase the cost. So I'll tell you a typical example. In a kind of auto industry, when you are making a kind of a car, where do you use your robots? The robots are used by most of the leading car manufacturers to weld the body, because it is more dangerous to the person who is doing, and that welding you just can't take even 1% deviation. That is when they use multiple robots to complete that kind of welding, the main frame of an auto. So when it comes to that, we do have some kind of robot. It's not really robotic, what they call, and you just need one person, having in their hands, driving it, but the machine directs its scissors and then forceps and doing it. It's not really robotic. When you say robot, you don't need a human intervention, and you're moving my head. It's not a robot. So it's like that. What is the technology? Right now, the robotic technology in medicine is, so you just need to sit underneath and then keep moving it. Then only the patient is getting the treatment. This is not the robotic. So they use the robotic term to be fancy and being on the probably page 3. So I thank Hyderabad TV. I appreciate the efforts, and especially the online. The present generation has shifted the way they eat the news or absorb the news has been only smartphones. And then I really appreciate the amount of technology involved, or amount of technology invested into Hyderabad. That's the right way, because I don't know how many of us will still read newspapers today. So many times it is your app which is going to take you to the news, and then they just want a quicker ones. Everybody likes fixing everything, right?